for Sabri baby a dream. Aha, and a year the captive, the slaves, almost take you on last bath ever in Africa. Na Ujari Ewosa in so way more. And watching on Patrol, Yadi will call a year the whole world into other parts of the world. I win him. Na a horn work of some slavery. Na work of some na nina mono. And not dear Babu what you be. And not dear what you be. And so we any in Sua. Yananum, Yajanum. One more yet see woman. Na any more peso. One more yet ton na any more peso. Aha, and you dry room. The last bath ever in Africa. It's of course a brand new day, a brand new given life. My name is Joe Pasasa. You know what it is. Joe to the B to the A to the S to the A to the A to the S to the A. Make a sing it. The background. It is of course Emancipation Day celebration. As I be able to walk Assin Manso, and we are marking the day to remember our forefathers. Yenanum, Yempeni for Yamaminum, and Yajanum, one more and they are Bofono, Edium post slavery, and that day Yakaiwam. Now you say ampa Saturday slavery never again. Be a slave market and your friend of say Emancipation Day celebration. The part of all Africans who went abroad and then you say be our peso and I say so much to quite be so name was slavery and unqua sumunti and the uncodi obi mine so and my don't fight ayakayaka diemu at time dear any sunny money in ano. You're too and Nessie why you see your friend Emancipation Day and to show my chia. Aha, and now a yes slave market, no. The slaves nearby, they sold our Africans to the rest of the world. I was just do a same man so a slave marketer. War nobody can casacho, or share and quas someone. A year, yananum, yenuanum, ye papanum, ye mammenum, womuko moi, and ye for the agrocra, ye ton nipa sebi, send ye ton a bois. Abia a bia a kaikao, and ye ma, a nipa firm, a kayaka dear. Pa. In your picture is the last bath for the slaves. Any biaya, a yes slaves, and I say, one more, yet in your chuomu, and the woman conquasumunu. And Omudari for the last time. And after this period, they go to other worlds to serve them, but not of their will, but for slavery. Right now, we are at the slave market where the slaves were sold into other parts of the world. Inti Yankona Yankra and Yama Eoha. And Yama, Yananum, Yajanum, Yamaminum, Yapapanum, what they went through for slavery. You see interesting pictures of our African leaders and foreigners. But home penny for Hodua, or two who see what say, or bedji a yabi mine, as you want says so pa, ama fahundi abba. Jaufi a yabi before me and son, Uku ewa bruchri, Nanso nay, yadi one on cassen, and nas woman muaba. Oshamatia, a ya tombi me and saya who and no a year. Slaves are what we call a butchery. In your picture is what we call the ancestral graveyard. This is where 3 members of our origin, Africans, were reinterred into Africa. It's and I baby see woman. Osha, Yedikano, Ofi Jamaica, the Tosum Yenos of USA, and an Tosum Yansanso every Barbados. It's way a year Africans are women who a war a year a butchery, Nationally, Wasabu Machi. Back into Africa. And your friend Assin Manso slave market. And now you won't be the only watch the comes out copy so we your sons and now come was a nyadia will be dida. A funny elbow rubber beer with Jerry or Nanso Ansana. Yanin Mukakra.
This is the 25th anniversary of Emancipation Day being celebrated in Ghana. And it's really relevant because, I mean, 25th anniversary is always relevant no matter what you do. It's a significant number of years. And Ghana was the first African country to celebrate Emancipation Day. And it's really, really important that we continue acknowledging it. And I think that having some key people here today shows the significance. The community is very happy. I've spoken to a couple of people who said that this day is very important to them because it does connect the diaspora with the local Ghanaian community every year when it's celebrated. And then this year being the 25th is really important. For me, I think it's important because as Black people, as Africans, I think around the world, we should all acknowledge the significant milestones in our history, the things that are important, that bring us together, and that if you don't know about something, it's also your opportunity to learn about it as well. Because there are people in this country who don't know about it and are also still learning. And I think because it's the 25th and the president will be here for this celebration, I think that it will get international news more so in the country as well as outside the country. Enslavement of people is always a bad thing, whether it's enslavement of Africans, enslavement of other races who may have gone through it in different periods of time. I think that the thought of somebody being held captive and tortured it's terrible. It's more than just a bad bell. It's a terrible atrocity that should have never happened, and we work and strive that this never happens again. The root of the enslavement of Africans comes from seeing African people as being beneath you, and so the people from the countries like from Britain, from Holland, or the Netherlands, from Spain, Portugal, like those different countries that went around the world enslaving people or colonizing people. A lot of it has to do with an element of power, of seeing an opportunity to take over. Historically speaking, it's something that has affected Africa for centuries because it has spilled over into the mindset, and there's systematic things that have resulted from the things that happened in those days. And now we have, you know, a global economic system that favors certain countries over most of Africa. Celebrating Emancipation Day, I think what we're looking for is an opportunity for Ghanaians and Africans overall to take the time to understand the history of what happened, because it actually marks the date that enslavement of Africans was abolished in British colonies, the British Empire at the time. So that date is significant. It's widely celebrated in the Caribbean and now celebrated in Ghana, other parts of Africa. So I think that marking this day is important in Ghana because it helps Ghanaians also to understand the history, because a lot of people choose Ghana as the place that they come, Ghana being a Pan-African country for decades. And there's a lot of people we have here who still don't have an understanding of why people from abroad want to come to Ghana. You have communities of people who say that they would rather go abroad, and they don't understand why those people are coming here. So I think celebrations like this is an educational opportunity for them to understand the history and the connection as to why someone feels they need to come back to Africa, why they feel the need to visit the slave forts and dungeons, why they feel the need to acknowledge the enslavement of Africans that did happen, and why once you know it, you can work towards a better future together as a people.
Awusia sabre de emu ram. Sabre kwan de anim anya kwan a eye anije kwan. Eye kwan a ede awroho nkwa na eba. Esanse eye kwan a odware won free ensuo ni mu a ha ene ofa na wodoma kugu eye miaye a ebe nsuo ano na afi shape abefa omako eye buruchire. Eha no ekokko ni tuntum sanse eye nibire sempa ene okoden.
So currently we are at that place where the slaves were given their last bath. Ti unya wura eye sa biare we mu na ko enso we mu ekodware a ana ye dware wa eno ano no undware e wo African land so bia mu da. Slaves no efa na matimi abesen ye de wo makwa koton. Enti so udware wi a e wo enso we mu a na fe wa fa ha na wa pie say ya slavery never again. Abusafo nti sabre de yadru the ancestral river ewo Assin Manso baby a slaves ye nananom ye na janom ye maamenom ene womo a ye do mo fa slavery mu no aha na ye dware wom the last bath ever na ye dware wi a na fe the slave castles na ne ahodo a wo Ghana ha no aha na ye dware wi a na fe ye de wako entu hwemachi a it's all about the last bath for the slaves. Africa, slavery, never again.
Jumadi baako so ana edimu wɔ ha pa ɛyɛ sɛ wɔn de ɛyɛ slaves ne ba ɛha ɛna wɔbɔ wɔn donkomi ɛtɔn. It is a place for auction where after taking your last bath you are sold to a master for slavery. Esan sɛ nkwaso nya de penti yɛde tuntum ɛna aka ho. Na sanso ya nkwa yi edware mu yi edin ɛne donkonsu ɛno ni.
Sabre baby yɛdri ɛha ɛna ɛyɛ the captive, the slaves ɔmo take your last bath ever in Africa. Na udware ɛwɔ saa nsuo wei mu a ɛno akyi no mpacho yɛde wo kɔ ɛyɛ the whole world into other parts of the world a wonim na ɛhɔ no wakɔsom slavery na wakɔsom na ne nyinaa mu no enya de a bɛbɔ wɔ tibiem enya de a bɛbɔ wɔ tibiem enti nsuo wei ɛne nsuo a yɛnananom yɛgyanom wɔn a yɛte wɔn na ɛnyɛ wɔn pɛ so wɔn a yɛtɔn wɔn na ɛnyɛ wɔn pɛ so ɛha ɛna yɛdware wɔn the last bath ever in Africa.
Ɛne yɛsim ne sɛ sɛ ɔyɛ bibini broni na sɛ ɔba Ghana ɛyɛ saa bea yi a yɛsɛ dware foforɔ koraa.
So ladies and gentlemen, badi yɛdri ɛyɛ the first bath of return, the first bath of return. Enti sɛ wofiri wati na woba saa bere no ɛha ɛna yɛma wo adware foforɔ koraa the first bath wokɔba bia na wobɛdware wɔ ha.
Wei so afasu no ɛyɛ fitaa san sɛ ɛte wo ho koraa. Enso wei din de Ochi River. Ɛha ɛna woba idware wo na ate wo ho koraa foforɔ. Adeɛ baako so ɛyɛ nwanwa paa ne sɛ enso emienu nyinaa da faako a wohyia. Nanso baako wodware wɔn ɛde wɔn kɔ buti na baako so wodware wɔn ɛde wɔn ba Africa.
I must first of all thank the Almighty of Assin Manso traditional area for instituting this celebration and for making it part of the national calendar, Emancipation Day. This celebration allows us to do many, many things. One, to bring back to memory the millions and millions of our kith and kin that were killed as a result of the slave trade here in the Atlantic and in the Americas and in the Caribbean. It allows us also to renew a pledge that never again we would allow such atrocities and barbarisms to be visited on us Africans ever again. The bridge across the Atlantic, it allows us and our brothers and sisters in the Americas and the Caribbean and all over the world to find themselves again as one. It enables us to use the occasion to reflect and prepare for the future, to confront the challenges that beset us in this 21st century as a united family. It allows us also to use this occasion to renew our demand for reparations. Ghana has been given the honor by the African Union to organize a conference in October, bringing together Africans all over the world to reflect and push forward our demand for reparation. If people can be compensated, in quotes, for the Holocaust, Africans can be compensated for slavery. But above all, this day enables us to celebrate freedom. And for us, to celebrate our freedom and our independence and sovereignty, to renew our pledge, which we find in our national anthem, that we will resist oppressors' rule with all our will and all our might. So Nana, on my hand, the country, Ghana, the African Commonwealth, thanks you and your ancestors for instituting this day and for insisting on it every year. May God continue to bless you. Ebi be mine. Yeah, pne ema de see no eba be see bio e wo ya bless you. You come to these occasions, you can't come empty-handed. So, my chief of protocol has got 100,000 CDs as my contribution, a donation, and assorted trays are all here to help in this occasion.
What